Hello, and this is Thomas Shepherd, and this is just a quick video explaining how to set up a survey within Kahoot. So this is like the example of a number of maths questions that you just want to get some quick feedback from students, how they got on with each of the questions, so that you can determine, well, okay, which one did they have difficulty with, and which one might you want to go over again with them. So first of all, explaining Kahoot, there's a difference between Kahoot as a lecturer and Kahoot as a student. So Kahoot as a student, all they need to do is type into their phone kahoot.it, so Kahoot.it, and this is the website that comes up. So it's simple website. Just they have to enter in a pin which you will give them once you launch the game itself from the lecturing space. So the lecturer then, instead of going to kahoot.it, goes to create.kahoot.it/login, and that brings you to the, I suppose, the background website. So you can go and click here to get my free account. I've already got an account, so I'm just going to sign in to that and show you what it looks like. So here's the general interface. Up here at the top you have My Kahoots, where you have your existing created Kahoots. So you can just select them whenever you need them and you can launch them there then, and they're all saved online. So it's very, very handy from that perspective. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a new Kahoot. So I'm going to go new Kahoot up here at the top, and you can give them 4 options for different types of Kahoots. One is a quiz, where you have a multiple choice, where there's one select or correct answer and it will tell the student whether they're right or wrong. One is jumble, where you want them to be stacked in a particular order. Discussion is just if you have a quick question on the fly, where you want to get students' quick reaction to it. And then survey, which is our multiple choice question, where you don't have any specific correct answer. So that's what we want to use here. So we're going to select survey like that, and it's going to ask us to create the survey. So I'm just going to type in maths survey and a quick description. So I'm just going to go maths like that, visible to everyone, or you can select if you just want it only to yourself while you're working on it, and then English language, and then just select, I suppose, university, like so. And that's pretty much it. You're ready to go then. So okay, go, and you're in, and you can create your questions. So add question. And just to save on time, I have the questions themselves just written out here, so I'm going to just copy and paste them, but you can type them into that. So recreating the quiz that we saw before. How'd you get on with question 1? And we have a series of multiple answers. So really well, I got the question right and I know why. And then question 2 or answer 2 might be okay, I got on okay, but I'm a bit unsure why. And if you have a lot of students with that, you know, it might let you know that it might be worthwhile maybe just going through that aspect. They might have the procedure of it right, but not necessarily know why. So I got it wrong, but I see where I went wrong. Sometimes students might make a silly mistake, but they have a general idea of it. And then I suppose the most important one here from a teacher's perspective, I got it wrong and I'm unsure why. So if you saw that a lot of people got question number 5 wrong, well, that tells you as a lecturer then that, you know, that's maybe one to go back over, or at the beginning of the next class. And remember, by going over it at the beginning of the next class, let them know that it's because the students themselves said they had difficulty with it. You know, feed that back to them, and that encourages them to engage with this. So there are 4 answers. So we're just going to go to next, and I'm just going to, that's our question created. So we could go and add a new question like that and do the same again for question 2, or what we can do is we can go and use the duplicate button to just basically make a copy of that, and then use the edit button there to just change that to question 2. So next. I'm also going to change the time limit down to 10 seconds because the answers are pretty straightforward. There's not much thinking involved with it. And I'm going to just duplicate him again for question 3, and we'll leave it at that then. So that's 3 sample questions. And that's it. We can just hit save, and that is saved as part of our Kahoot. So we can preview it here, or I can select I'm done. So I'm just going to select I'm done, and I'm going to show you how to retrieve it from your Kahoots. So if you go to My Kahoot, that'll bring up this page here. So there it is, launched in or logged in your Kahoots. So if you want to go play that, you just hit play, and all of a sudden you can see it will bring it up, and you can select what mode you want, whether it's team or classic mode. I'm just going to get out of this here for the moment, And going to go back here, and instead of going to play, you can also go for a preview. So this is to see what it would look like from a student's perspective as well. So if I just click on it and go preview, it allows us to see what both the lecturer sees and what the student sees. So here we can see this is what the lecturer sees, this is what the student sees on their mobile device. So when they log on to kahoot.it, this is the page that they have up. As a lecturer, you click on, say, classic mode, and it will give you a PIN number. So you can see it's loading up at the moment, and then it will give you a PIN. So the student just types in 65728, and that changes each time you launch it. Their nickname, so just go T for Thomas, and the student goes OK. So as a lecturer, then you can see that name has appeared here, and each time a student logs on, the name appears there. And naughty nicknames beware, one click in the name. So if I, as a lecturer, if I click that, it gets rid of it, so that so there's no student putting up stupid names. So we go start. This is what happens. The student sees. This is what the lecturer sees. So 3 questions. This is what again the lecturer sees. Question 1 is getting set. Go, and up on the screen, read. The answers are like so. So a student can pick which one they wanted. When the 10 seconds have passed, this will appear, and then we go next. How did you get on with the question 2? And so if they got on OK, but they're not sure why it worked. So as a lecturer, if you want to skip forward, you can just go to next, or you can wait till the 10 seconds elapse. So how did you get on with question 3? And let's say they had a difficulty with that, so like that. And in that way, you're getting quick feedback from the students, and you're able to work with that rather than kind of saying, okay, well, I think they all got on okay with it. Well, now the students have told you. So next, and that's it. You can choose to play it again. You can save the results, and it will actually tell you. You can download them, so you will have question 1, question 2, question 3, and it will tell you which answer and how many students answer that. So that's where you're able to take your information and use that then to recap or to specifically focus in on the area where they found that they had difficulty themselves. So that's a brief overview of Kahoot and just one possible use for it. So hopefully it's been useful to you. If anyone has any issues with it, you can always send me an email at thomas.shepherd@gmit.ie. Thank you very much.